skinning a deer.
Okay. You seen these big valuable hunting knives they use?
And what was wrong with your knife?
Big skinning knives, look here.
Yeah, why are you using a box cutter?
Because you don't need a big blade. Right here. Right here's a pretty good skinning knife. If I had the manpower, I'd pull that hide thing.
Well, do you want me to help?
Nope, you'll never pull. My hands are weak.
Can you save the fur, the skin?
Used to save them. My grandfather made banjo heads and used them. And we stretched them for decor, but no more. This thing.
About how much does this buck weigh?
Well, there was no entrails burst in this deer.
So it'll be good meat, and it's been hanging here for how long? A week?
4 days.
4 days?
Cold temperature.
And a friend of yours killed it, and all he wants are the antlers, so we get free deer meat after we skin it, cut it up into pieces, and then butcher it, and then freeze it.
Like Shane said, most times they get in your way. Somebody don't know what they're doing.
So where was it shot?
Yeah.
Right
through
there?
The back, through the spine, and it's still run off. It went a long ways. Big, mature.
How many pounds do you think he...
4.5-year-old buck, probably. $11.40 I started skinning.
11.40.
$11.40 when I started.
Oh, you're counting the time.
And if I had someone pulling, another to touching the knife,
You want me to...
No, you wouldn't believe what force I'm putting on this animal.
Well, you're pretty strong.
Okay. You gotta rip their front legs, or else you won't get it. Look, the width.
Yeah. There'll be a lot of meat. This is the third deer we got this year, right? Third one this winter?
What he did, some stuff. I don't know what to do.
Okay, what do I need?
I'm on right here. I'll show you. These have to be cut.
Oh, the legs?
You gotta skin them. You gotta cut.
You gotta cut his legs off to pull the skin off.
Let me just let me finish talking to you, and I'll tell you. You gotta rip this skin down, these legs, before you, or you can't get the hide off of them. He's in good shape here. The best thing you can do is hang him tender. And there's a bunch comes around, gets on my nerves. Yep.
Okay, I got you on video, so if you want to
Okay.
talk about skinning.
Telling me what I should be doing and need them to watch.
Well, I'm watching, but I'm videotaping, so if you want to instruct somebody on how to skin a deer and butcher a deer, this is your chance here.
Out west, we actually tied a rock in the fur and pulled the skin off of them with a truck. Big deer, big mule deer. This deer's probably 200 pounds.
Showing
You
his
still on
antlers.
video?
Yep, I'm still on video. Trying to get the rim so that
See if someone would do this. It'd come off there easy. And as soon as that hits, look at the antlers.
yeah, I know.
This is unusual.
Yeah, let's see. Tell us why that's
This is an older buck. He's G2 support. He's mature, probably 4.5, 5-year-old buck.
So do you go by points then? How many points?
Nope,
You
nope.
don't go by points?
That's genetics. That's
genetics.
just, yeah. His rack, you can tell by his base. See how big the base of his antlers?
Yeah.
Look the bark in them where he's been rubbing tree.
Oh, yeah.
I'll come in here and have to clean up the Velcro to get in here. And somebody here just yap, yap, yap. Yep. He was not hit into his internal organs because he was running.
All right, so
It was, I didn't shoot him, but I do want to save the meat.
so explain how that a clean shot, how that is
This
better
was
for
to
the
his
meat.
spine. A cleaner shot to their lung, they'll bleed out, but sometimes they have to shoot them at whatever angle it can be.
But if it's as opposed to being hit by a car and it's
Bloodshot.
insides.
You
Explain
hit one of the
that.
car, bloodshot, and they won't bleed out. When
So
they
what does that mean then?
when they butcher an animal, they cut its throat, don't they?
Right? So
Oh.
it'll bleed out.
So the blood will leave.
And what does that mean as far as eating the meat?
Well, the blood will.
So it tastes better.
You don't want the
Otherwise
old
it's
blood
just-
in there, and it starts deteriorating. Slaughterhouse, they hang a beef for days. A lot of them. If the temperature is right. That's why I don't like a warm kill. You have to take them to a cooler.
Well, it's what, like about 50 degrees out here right now.
Oh, it's been below freezing of a night here.
Yeah.
It's what this meat's cold.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's cold.
So you're not going to save his skin?
Look at it. I don't know how.
Yeah. it's got
Stretched
some holes in
skin
it.
on the wall. Used to go by and people's barns were covered with deer skins.
Mm-hmm.
They saved them every year. Kind of as a, I don't know. You could see where the hunters were.
Yeah, souvenir.
You drive up to a lot of these old farms that's they're going down the road. But now a lot of people think he shouldn't be killed. He's at his mature, he'll start going downhill in health. And in the next couple of years anyway. But the bloodlines of one like this is what keeps the herd strong.
Yeah. So you've butchered 2. Is this the third one? 2 this in the last week. One of them was roadkill or 2?
2 to 3 days.
That you salvaged, but this one somebody
Well,
killed and they didn't want
I heard
to deal with it.
never that hey, average deer will feed the homeless 120 meals of ground venison. And there's a program, I'm not sure if it's active in this area, that should be supported to save the venison for even the homeless.
Because a lot of people that hunt for sport during deer season, they don't save the meat.
They don't know
They,
how many they kill.
yeah. But we are going to eat this meat and share it with other people. Because it's good, natural, no, not been processed, healthy eating here.
You want to feel how cold?
No,
You will in a minute.
I'll be feeling it
That's
here a
right.
little bit.
This meat would be by far better to have hung 4 days now in this low temperature.
So how does that make it better?
It bleeds, it drains out, and it just you got to cool. What size of the
Does it
ham?
make it tender?
Did you see this?
Yeah, that's pretty big. Big and you said about 200 pounds, huh?
Yes. Big buck, big white tail for this.
This first video here that I'm doing, this is Jesse Richard Gregg skinning a deer. I'll finish this one off as soon as he gets the skin off, and then we'll do another video on how to cut it, quarter it. And then we'll do some other videos on how to butcher it and what kind of cuts and what to do with the meat and how to store it.
It is work, and a lot of people avoid this. Processing plants will do them.
But they won't save as much meat as you can off of it.
Well, no, they have to do the volume.
But most people, when they kill one and they want the meat, they take it to a processor, somebody that will do this, and they will charge them what? What'd you say? 70 cents a
50
pound?
to $100, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, so it's not cheap, but most people don't know how to do this or have the time and patience for it. But Richard knows how to do it. Didn't have a lot of time, but he's got the patience for it. Getting down to the legs.
A lot of hunters don't have the time, even that do, take them to process. Growing up, I remember local people didn't even have freezers. They would actually can it,
Yeah,
and it's
oh yeah.
good as stew beef canned.
Or even dry. I can make some
Yep.
jerky.
When dried, yeah.
So we can do some roasts in the oven. We can do fried on the stove. We can do crock pot. We can make it ground. We can make steaks. We can make roasts. We can dry, make jerky.
I don't want
I
you
do have a
film
jerky
Look
press.
where that 30-60.
You don't want me to film it?
In the name.
Yeah, I see that big hole there. That's where it was shot.
At an angle. And he still ran a long ways. He left.
He still ran a long ways after being
Yes.
shot?
Strong animal.
Yeah.
Normally, a taxidermist would save that cape.
Mm-hmm.
It's that large and pretty, but I've not been in touch with one.
Well, and you probably could if you had the.
That's the
Time
one
to do
thing
it.
I wanted to do from young,
Mm-hmm.
and was I could have been one. I like that. There's a lot of art. And this comes to a point nobody wants to skin out. They'll throw the meat away, and there'll probably be 40 pounds of meat from
And
here up.
Why don't they do
You'll
it?
see just in a minute. It's
Okay.
what they're tough. They run through the brush. You'll see
Okay.
how difficult the neck is to skin.
What about the organs on this one? You had saved a
The liver, the heart was good. Was
Is
clean.
this the one you got the liver and the heart
Yes.
from? This one? Oh my
Huge.
gosh, and it was huge.
Several pounds.
Yeah. That we're gonna boil the heart. I'll have to show you that video. We got it at home. And the liver must have huge. I mean, it's the hugest ones I've ever seen.
Here has a large. And I've never studied. A deer can eat a poison brush and it won't kill him. He can eat mountain laurel.
Really? That's
Yeah,
toxic.
and a lot of different things. You can't poison human foliage like you can.
You must have quite some digestive system, huh?
No, it take time on it to then accord and the saw out here.
Well, we'll get that part
Well, I'm gonna get the skin off of him if I can before
Yeah.
the talkers come. Nobody's offered to help skin him. You know that?
Well, I'm helping. I'm watching him, getting you on video here, skinning him.
Okay.
That way somebody will know how to do it. Gotta have a sharp knife.
I can cut these, but it takes a while. But this is scrap, and
Well, you can cut the skin off, or
no, take the sauce on. Saw these bones in two right here.
that's what you're
Or
gonna do?
either I got a bone saw at home. I do it by hand. And I grew up, this time of year was like a harvest time.
Mm-hmm.
And this was our main source of meat, was venison.
Yeah, if you lived off of the land. Okay, well, we got one leg off.
Someone usually holds these up. I'm trying.
You want me to hold it?
Nope, I've got a system.
Okay, so we got the legs off.
Now you're to the tough part of him.
The tough parts.
His
yeah.
neck, he can run right through brush or fight a big buck with his neck.
Well, how are you going to get the skin off?
Very slowly. A lot of pressure,
Well,
very slowly.
let's see. Well, so far we're at 18 minutes. But I'm trying to get the whole thing, the whole skinning process here.
Some of
There's
this,
his neck.
if I was saving the hide, I could take time.
All right.
Some of this surface meat.
So we started up at the hind legs, came all the way down his middle part, down his legs, and now we're at his neck.
I wouldn't skin him in this building, but this is where he's hung. And I don't have a tackle.
Well, we wouldn't be able to, we could take him down and move him over to the house and what you did before, hang him up by the trees, but the two of us couldn't lift him. It took 3 of us to lift that doe, and she was smaller than him.
Oh, you should have seen this thing with these entrails in it.
Yeah, he's already had his insides taken out.
Okay, see his neck now?
That would make it spoil if he still had his insides. Is that right?
Oh, it'd spoil it. As soon as they cool with their entrails in them, they're no good. They ferment. The food ferments. It starts bacteria. They're no good.
So the first thing when somebody kills a deer is to
Field dressing.
what?
Field dress.
Field dress. Is it?
Immediately.
That means open it up and get the insides out, right? And then
Yeah.
hang it up to dry for several days.
Cool it for
Cool
4 or
it.
5 days in a cooler if the temperature's not. You remember the picture of the old hunting camps, 20 or 30 deer hanging?
Yeah.
Okay, the temperature was
Right.
favored.
Well, we're all the way down his neck.
The
Getting
neck.
close to the head.
Now
here.
look, you don't pull that off. But the thing will probably have 4 to 6 neck roasts.
Neck roast.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah.
If people, it's just too much work.
Well, we don't mind the work. We take time. It's worth it.
And the bucks are usually strong this time. He's not strong in his
You mean the
seasonal
smell?
rut. Yeah, I got the scent off of him, and he's not strong. He'll be good to eat.
So when you mean you got the scent off of him, I mean
His scent
taking the
glands.
insides.
The scent glands.
Oh, his
The
scent
scent-
glands? Where were his scent glands?
On his legs.
Scent
They-
glands on his legs? Okay.
They haven't lost them.
Okay, so
Hey,
explain about the scent glands.
you don't want to smell. Save them for buck lure.
Buck lure.
You get that.
Okay.
You get that on the meat, you're in trouble.
Okay, so people would need to know that. So the first thing, if somebody kills a deer or finds a deer as soon as it's been killed, take the insides out and the scent glands, which where exactly in the legs? You talking about? Show us
And
where.
I'm not going to tell you what those are.
Okay, yes, everybody. For your
Testicles.
imagine- Those are the testicles. Okay, is that the scent glands then? The testicles.
Well, you get that off of one when he's killed immediately.
Immediately get that off. Okay, so
You cut that off and field dress your deer.
cut it off.
In
So
the woods, if
explain
possible.
about field dressing. So they cut the testicles off, and what about
Take-
the scent glands?
Take them off their back legs.
Back? You mean right where you have the holes at?
No, where they?
No,
They're right here
right there.
on the
How do
skin.
you know what they look like?
They're brown and they're darkest time of year. He
Brown and
urinates
dark.
on them. He's scent.
Oh,
And they fight and they
Yeah.
mark their territory with their
so
scent.
that's just okay.
He's-
You're right. Okay. So get those off. Get
You
the
see what I'm
testicles
s-
off. Get the scent glands. Get the guts out, which that would be around the middle.
See what I'm saying about skinning the neck?
So his guts from inside there. Okay, and then you.
The glands
hole.
swell in their neck like this.
Okay.
It makes them, I don't know, maybe a thing that makes them larger and stronger in their fight. And see right here, a buck's probably punctured him. That may be.
Okay. I
That's
see
an
that.
injury.
It's an injury.
Or a big buck will puncture him. Another one. When they actually fight some of them to death.
And usually they're fighting over a female.
Yes, in their rut. And they go.
Explain about the rut.
She comes in heat in her
No.
season. He goes into his rut, his glands, and he has to be the strong, big ones. They'll go for days or weeks and not eat. And that's what, and the stronger ones survive. They whip the others off. That is nature's way of making the herd strong, right?
So what do you mean they go for days without eating? Why? Because they're just looking for
they're
a
on the-
female?
They're in mating season, and they don't.
They only have one thing on their mind, and food
Yes.
isn't it.
The destruction of the male species. I mean, now see this neck
Okay. Yep.
right here. Look how the skin is on it. And nobody will do that. And you don't want a big, sharp razor knife.
And
lot of
why
people-
don't you want a big sharp? Well, is your
You'll
knife?
cut the hide.
Oh, okay.
That box cutter's even decent, skinny. Some people have their own way. skin one fast. See the blue scars on his neck?
Yeah, I was wondering.
That's from fighting and running.
Really?
Even coyotes and dogs chasing him into trees.
Wow.
Right here's their
Wow.
defense. See?
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's been fighting with big buck right here. See these holes?
Yeah.
They break each other's antlers off. I've seen them gored with an antler and crippled
Yeah.
from where they were. I wish I had a broom.
What do you need?
Look at this dirt I'm going to work on.
Okay, well I can stop the video if we're about to the end.
I don't hate to get down to that.
Want me to pull what about that tarp behind you that you had over the deer? Or the plastic?
Can you imagine what a piece of meat that is?
Yeah, that looks like a pretty good piece of meat there.
Well, a lot of them cut it all off and grind it.
We can try our grinder. Haven't used it before. We'll try it.
It takes longer to skin the neck right here than it will the remainder of the deer. Can you see why?
Well, it's tight.
That's another big muscle.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he runs at high rates of speed into trees and through the brush. Watch one run. And that's where his strength a great deal is. You on video?
Yeah, I'm trying. I wanted to video you getting the whole
I
skin
can't
off.
say things like
Do you want to make a joke? Wow, yes, show us that.
Look at this on the back, this design, that always amazed me on their skin.
Yeah, that's interesting. So that
Now-
all that is the skin.
I could have cut
Very
down.
little blood there.
I could have cut down the neck and skinned it faster, but I'd got more hair on the animal than I would to do this way.
So you could save the skin, huh? Or not?
It rip shot up.
No.
You see what holes in it?
Yeah, I see the holes, but that makes it interesting.
It takes time to flesh that skin.
So what do you mean by that? What do you
Take all this flesh off of it, dry it,
Oh.
stretch it on a big wall. Yeah,
Well, we'll have to get a picture of it once you get it off.
and the taxidermist would like to have this as well as I've skinned it. No, I ripped it down. Can't rip them down the chest and do a chest move. Well, I ripped its front legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I ripped it on the back of the legs.
Yeah, on the back of the legs.
And see, there's no butcher marks on the cape. I took deer this size when I was young
When you were young?
with a .22 rifle. One shot.
And you said with your family, one deer would feed your family for a week, and you had
A week,
five
boys.
boys and one girl,
Yes.
and the parents. So that's a family
You
of
didn't worry about a
8. Family of 8.
freezer because might cool some and cooler a little for a few days, but
So I'm
Now-
wondering how you're going to get that off.
I can cut it off with a knife and help. But I can take that saw and cut it too fast. If you go all the way to that one joint right behind his head.
Well, if you cut it, if you have to go get a tool, I'll have to end the video, but I'm trying to get it all on one video, getting the whole skin off.
And they use power tools.
Power tools.
Yeah, use a power tool to saw up instead of a pocket.
Is that what you're gonna do? Or you're
No,
gonna,
I'm gonna cut it off. Just
you're gonna cut it
show
up
you how.
for the video. Okay.
I mean, I've worked this hard. Why not cut?
Yes, you have worked
Probably
very hard.
they'll cut them off right here.
Normally, yeah.
Yeah, and throw all this away.
Well, we're gonna save every bit we can.
My taxidermist used to said he got all the deer meat he wanted, the necks. They
Yeah.
bring them trash, and he would skin them out and cook them.
Okay, so far we're at 30 minutes skinning him. We're doing good. Well, now you're cutting it off?
I'm gonna try with
Okay. With your knife, trying to cut the neck off. Cut the head off. Trying to cut through his
well, you gotta cut
head, neck
the
bone.
tendons. There's one joint right there that you can cut one in two with a pocket knife. You have to be way up behind there.
You have to know what you're doing,
Yeah.
which you do.
I am overheated in this sun.
Yeah, I got my coat.
Did you
on.
see how hot he'd have got without the plastic?
Yeah.
Well, I stressed that.
Plus, it's amazing no animals got to him. Once you get it off, I want you to show.
I will.
That'll be cool.
Now I can take the saw right here and cut this.
You didn't bring a saw, though. I mean,
Yes, the saw is out there in the truck.
Well, that's the power saw. Yeah.
Electric.
We're doing it the old-fashioned way, so like the Indians,
Hey, how'd
or
that cut
even
one
along
up?
the old-timey days before power tools.
This is where water would be handy.
Well, I got water, but
No.
I can't stop the video
It's
here.
slowing me up.
That's the first real blood we've seen.
Well, he was hanging that just drained down in his neck.
Yeah.
Do you want to get a hold of the leg?
You want me to hold the leg?
Hold the legs over there. I'm going to twist hard.
Okay, can I do it with one hand? Wow, look at that. So I'm holding the legs, and you're twisting the head. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh, look. Okay, so now we have a headless deer. Oh yeah, put it out where we can see. Oh, how beautiful. I'm going to get a picture too.
You know, I need a table, somewhere to work from.
You want to? Okay, well I want to see the whole. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at his skin. There's his head. We got too much sun here.
There's the white tail.
Let me see that white tail. Can you lay the skin out? I'm gonna have to go where there's less sun. Sun's too bright.
It's not much of a place to show him.
Oh, there goes his head.
I am
Okay.
absolutely.
Very well done, Richard, with skinning the deer.
How long?
Beautiful. 34 minutes, and there's
Well,
it looks like.
right.
Okay, well we're gonna end that, and just say you see your face here next to it.
Pardon?
Pretty tall, standing next to you. Wow, look
Oh,
at that.
it's a mature.
All right, do you want to hold up his, do you want to stand next to that too? Let me just show
No,
you.
if
And
you-
I'm going to get a picture here in a
You
minute.
want to get any of the color?
Okay. All right.
Here's what's
And that is the end of it.
here.
The end of part one,
Here.
how to skin a deer.